Hey guys, welcome back to A and B levels. This time around we are going to be going through all of the A and B levels for Amy Rose. Before any of that though, a quick little update on the mods, as I did do a couple things off screen, just to give myself a little bit of an easier time overall. So, firstly, I turned off Tikal just because, well, I mean, to be honest, this late into the game, you really don't need her anymore. This late into the game, during the main game, yeah, you might need her here and there, but during all the missions and all that, you really don't need her anymore, to be honest. And where she is still here, where she does still appear, apart from Knuckles, she can just be more of a nuisance than anything. So, because of that, I got a mod and just disabled her. Yeah, I turned her off just because she can still be a little bit annoying, particularly in the Dreamcast Chow Gardens, which is the main reason I got that mod in the first place, because she can be really annoying in there. And another little update to the mods for the rest of these videos probably is I turned off the player hitbox. This isn't the first time I've done this. I did also do this during a couple of Sonic's missions. Like the best example of this is really when I was getting the flags on the racetrack in that one mission. I think I was in the end of part 2 if I recall. But yeah, I turned off the player hitbox again just because I was getting kind of annoyed in the last one, in Skydance particularly. Like, the amount of stuff I had to cut out of the Skydance A level just because I was so close to getting the last emerald, only to get shot at the sky, and I had to cut out a lot of both. I had to cut out quite a bit in both Skydance and Lost World, so I ended up just turning off the hitbox just because it was seriously annoying me. But other than that, I've not really done much. So we're just going to go straight into the B levels. However, one thing you might have noticed is we're going to be doing the B level for Final Egg, because I accidentally completed it off screen. Yes. Basically, I just went and got most of the B levels for every character, and when I was doing that one, my brain was in autopilot and I wasn't really thinking, so I just ended up completing it by accident. But luckily, I managed to stop myself before finishing Final Egg, so I've still got one to show at least. So we're going to be doing that one instead. But, you know, it's nothing really that much different. It's literally the same thing that we've been doing for Sonic and Tails, pretty much. So, without further ado, let's just jump straight into the B level. Okay, B levels for Amy. Again, it's the exact same thing that we've done for Sonic and Tails. Just grab 50 rings and then complete your objective. So, general advice is basically, take your time. Obviously, you do have Zero chasing you now, so try and take your time. Try to lose him if you can. But just generally, take your time. Avoid obstacles as much as possible. Again, I do have the hitbox turned off. But you're not going to have the hitbox turned off. So again, just take your time. Collect all the rings you need. Take your time, avoid obstacles. If there's an obstacle you can't pass out getting hit, wait for it to pass and then you pass. So just don't take risky shortcuts. Watch out for Zero. Take your time, gather rings, and yeah, it's literally the same advice that I've already given for Tails and Sonic. It's nothing we haven't done before, so yeah. And obviously, watch out for Zero, because he can actually cause you to lose your rings. But yeah, we're actually almost there, so just, again, it's literally the same advice I gave for Sonic and Tails with B levels. But yeah, just literally the same thing as before. Just collect 50 rings and then get to the objective. So get 50 rings and do your best to try and keep them. Avoid obstacles, obviously, watch out for Zero. Hang on, if I can just get... There we go, 52. We're having just about enough. But yeah, there's nothing really much else to it, to be honest. So yeah, we have 50 rings, and now it's just a case of finding the right door. It's always random here, I think. Let's see, is it in this one? I'm gonna guess no. Yep, figured as much. So yeah, we have 50 rings, so it's no big deal. But in the event you haven't gotten the exact amount you need, there is actually a bunch of rings at the end here, which I may as well show, since this is the B level and it can be useful. I mean, again, you should have the right amount at this point in the level. You should have enough, but in the event you don't, this level is very, very nice enough to actually give you a nice lot of rings towards the end of the level, which is very, very generous. And of course, it's the last bloody door we come to. That's just typical, isn't it? But yeah, you should have 50 rings at this point. Anyway, but in case you don't, there's still more places you can go. So yeah, go this way. Again, avoid the enemies. If you go back here, there is a bunch of rings you can use if you still don't have enough. And with a bit of luck, this should definitely help you get to 50. Again, that gives me 100, so there should definitely be 50 here if you don't already have them. And so yeah, just again, collect 50 rings, avoid obstacles, avoid risky shortcuts, avoid zero, and just get 50 rings and then grab the balloon. Nothing to it really. It's literally the same thing that we've done before for Sonic and Tails, so it's, again, same advice before. Not really much else to add. Okay, next up, moving on to the A levels. It's basically the same kind of thing that we did for Sonic and Tails. Actually, no, wait, it's the same thing we did for Sonic. Did we do it for anyone else? I don't know exactly, but I know we definitely did this for Sonic. So it's the same, it's basically the same principle of what we did for Sonic. So, Twinkle Park. Okay, so for A levels, basically it's just a case of getting to the objective within a certain time limit. So this is within 2 minutes. Actually wait, we did this kind of thing with Knuckles actually as well. So yeah, we just need to complete the objective within 2 minutes, if I recall. I will have it on screen, but yeah, it's a case of trying to get to the objective as quickly as possible. But yeah, it's a good idea to try and master Amy's hammer jumping. As that will be, she is a very slow character, so mastering her hammer jumps will, watch out for the traps as well, but yeah, mastering her hammer jumps will allow you to go a lot faster, and that is basically your key to getting these levels completed. So yeah, just go as fast as you can, avoid crashing into things, master Amy's hammer jumps, and in theory, you shouldn't have too much trouble. It might take you a couple tries, but all around, you shouldn't have too much trouble in theory. But yeah, just carry on, mind the death traps. Yeah, this is a pretty fun amusement park. Just don't mind the death traps. Once again, I do have the hitbox turned off just because the last video was kind of annoying me. Okay, let's avoid zero. Just go along here, still making decent time, and yeah, basically just mash the hammer jump. That's your basic strategy. That's your strategy to going as fast as possible. And just made it. Yep. Okay, hot shelter. Okay, 6 minutes 30 seconds. Oddly specific, but okay. So same advice before. You want to try and master Amy's hammer jumping, as that will help out a lot. She's a very slow character in general, so do try to master that. So yeah, master the hammer jumping. The trick is to first run, then so jump, and then as soon as she hits the ground, she'll pull the hammer out, which will help out with that. A little bit of hopscotch, but just do whatever you can to try and speed time up. The camera will sometimes get stuck here. If that happens, just reset, and that will help out. But for now, just do what you can to speed things up as much as possible. Again, the time, I'd say the time is very, very generous, all things considered. Like 6 minutes, that's quite a bit. So it's very, very generous. But yes, same thing as usual. So 1, 2, 3. There we go. But basically, do whatever you can to speed things up as much as possible. So hammer jumping and just try to go fast in general. Not really much I can say other than what I've already said. Again, just try, like, basically, the hammer jump is basically your linchpin here. That's what you're going to be relying on through all of Amy's levels for the trials. But yeah, that's basically your linchpin. But yeah, not really much else I can say other than that. So again, just try to speed up. Okay, just open that, go as quickly as possible, and then just... okay, I can't make that. Oh well. So now just jump across these cogs by 0. And yeah, not really much I can say here. Just try and speed up wherever you can. It's not always possible in some places, so just try to speed up wherever you can. Keep in mind, I do have the hitbox turned off just because that was getting annoying in the last one. So yeah, that's the only reason I'm not taking damage. But yeah, just try to speed up wherever you can. Okay, reverse that. Now you want to ride this cog. Yeah, these cogs are typically very slow, but again, it gives you 6 minutes to work with. That's, considering this level, that's very, very generous, in my opinion. So, jump over here, hit the button, jump back across. Not really much you can do to speed things up here. But yeah, just continue as normal. Yeah, just hammer jumping is, you know, basically what you want to do to go faster, because again, Amy's a very slow character and hammer jumping is how you go faster when she's generally quite slow. So yeah, just go over here, business as usual for the moment, and then we go into the first colour puzzle. Try to solve the puzzle as quickly as possible. So yellow goes here. I mean, it's, you know, again, I'm really saying it just in case anyone's colorblind. Purple goes here. Exactly, that's a good point actually. If you're colorblind, how would you solve this without, like, I mean, sure, you've got me telling you, but if you haven't got me telling you, then how would you figure this out if you're colorblind? That's a good point actually. You're thinking like if they make a remaster of this, you'd think they'd come up with some idea just in case, maybe like have letters or numbers on them as well, perhaps, just for anyone who's colorblind. So like, you know, so like 1 to 1, 2 to 2, 3 to 3, you know, stuff like that. That's a good idea actually, because again, a lot more games these days are doing colorblind settings. I mean, again, One Shot did it quite nicely. Halo did it. So yeah, a lot more games are taking that into consideration. Okay, so purple goes over here. And let's see, is that everything? No, orange is over here. And then, okay, so orange is here. And now the blue one is up on this beam here, in case you didn't know. In case you missed the main story. But the blue one is on this beam here. So yeah, blue goes here again for anyone who's colorblind. You'd hope they would rectify that in a remaster. And hey, look, 5 minutes. Yeah, we're almost at the end of the level, but again, I'd say this level is pretty generous for timing. But yeah, as long as you master the hammer jumping, you shouldn't have any trouble. Yep. And finally, last but not least, final egg. 2 minutes 30 seconds. Okay, so once again, same advice before. Just run, like run, master the hammer jumping. That's basically the strategy you want to rely on. So again, just try to get top speed by relying on the hammer jump and just do whatever you can to speed things up as much as possible. There's, again, not really much else I can say other than that. Just keep running, keep keep hammer jumping. Try not to hit anything and slow down. Again, don't be as reckless as me. The only reason I'm being reckless is because I know that I can't get hit. Well, I know I turn off the hitbox, but yeah, just all I'm saying is, do not be as reckless as me. You actually want to be careful about getting hit. So, yeah, that's the only thing I'm going to say right now. So be a bit more careful than what I'm doing. I'm being very reckless because I know I don't have a hitbox, but yeah, you're not going to be as lucky. Well, you might if you have mods, but if you're playing the console version, good luck. Yeah, but again, just same thing as before, just go as fast as possible, rely on the spring hammer jump. Now here is a little trick, because obviously that checkpoint will save your progress. So basically what you can do here is, assuming the door is not random, like if you so first you can use this to kind of locate where the door is, assuming I'm not wrong in how I'm thinking. So first of all, locate where the door actually is. At least I hope I'm right. It could just be random. I don't know, but I don't know. I'm hoping. Is it? Hang on. Is it random, or is it just? Is it always the last one? I don't know. It seems like it might be the last one, but I remember it being random. So let me see if I'm right. Now it might be this one. It might be random each time. I don't know. But hang on. Let's try resetting here. So reset. And then we go to the last one, because we know it was that one and that one. Again, I don't know if it's random. I don't know if it's always that one. I generally don't know. Oh. Okay, so it is random each time. Okay, that kind of ruins my strategy then. Just a little bit. That's annoying. Okay. So yeah, just carry on. Once you find it. Again, spring hammer jump as much as possible. And yeah. Not much else I can say other than that, and hopefully I make it in time. Okay, looks like I still made it, because it's 2 minutes 30 seconds. So, yep. And that's about it for Amy's A and B levels. We've already done Biggs in part 1, so next time we'll be going through all of Gamma's stuff. And it's this one I'm a little concerned about, particularly for Hot Shelter. So yeah, there's a little bit here to do. Again, we've still got, still got a little bit to do, but it's mainly Hot Shelter I'm worried about, just because of the Kikis in that last shaft toward the end of the level. If you remember, when I was doing Gamma's story, I didn't do too well in that, which again I've turned up the hitbox mainly for that as well. But yeah, I'm a little concerned about Hot Shelter, but we'll see how that goes. But again, that's about it for Amy's A and B levels. So next time we'll be going as Gamma. Until then, have a good day, you guys.